is up. That was unnecessarily dramatic. Oh, speaking of unnecessarily dramatic, that turn into my lane, thank you very much. Where was I? What is up? Oh, I get distracted by traffic. This is filming while driving, people, all right? Not breaking any road rules, but filming while driving. So, I've wanted to talk about this for a little bit of time because, quite frankly, it's one of the most annoying things ever. But I hesitate to put myself in the same generational bracket, but I'm definitely close to the generation of people who are overusing and misusing the word entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is not what you think it means. It doesn't mean what you think it means. So many like late teenagers, early 20s, people that I know, people that I hear about, people that I see on social media. Oh, I'm a this, I'm a this, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm this and this and this. Yet they're not really doing anything. They're just saying they're an entrepreneur and then doing nothing. Or they're saying they're an entrepreneur and then just doing like random odd jobs and shit, like just in the technical industry. Like you're not an entrepreneur, you're a photographer. You're not an entrepreneur, you're a mechanic. You know, like Elon Musk is an entrepreneur. like you what entrepreneurial ventures are you going on? Fucking nothing. You know, and it just, the generation that uses entrepreneur and doesn't want to do any work. That's the generation that really fucking gets under my skin. Like, in terms of being successful and, you know, like getting where you want in life, and you know, it is in life. I was going to correct myself and say in business, but it is in life. Yeah, attitude is important, you know, and I'm not saying these people don't have the on the surface, on the appearance of the attitude, but they don't have any carryover. 99.9% of these people just go, oh yes, I'm an entrepreneur, and then they'll eventually fall into a regular job, or they'll eventually just realize that they're not actually an entrepreneur. What they are is just a contractor of whatever it is they do. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, but stop fucking jazzing it up so much, all right? You're not changing the world. You're not inventing a new product. You're not owning your own business. You are... And it annoys me because these people, you know, barely old enough to fucking stand on their own with their own fucking 2 feet, being like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You're a fucking idiot. You're a moron. Like, have you ever tried actually just applying yourself silently to whatever it is that you're doing and not fucking running your mouth and pretending to be something that you are not? Like, yes, determination, drive, you've got to want it. You know, even in any business venture, you've got to want it. You've got to be the person that's putting in the extra hours. You've got to be the person that's putting up your hand. You know, when people who are in better off positions than you are give you a foot in the door, you got to jam your fucking whole fist and foot and face in there. Like, there's got to be drive. But part of drive is not just the talk and saying, oh yes, I'm an entrepreneur, I want it, I'm so hungry for business. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? What actions are you taking? Fucking nothing. Like, you can run your mouth as much as you want, and don't get me started on the fucking Instagram business heroes. Anyone can buy 100,000 subscribers and act like an entrepreneur. I'm sorry if that's ruined anyone's perception of this, but that's not hard, all right? You are not a public figure. It's just so ridiculous. The people that are really successful, you wouldn't know, all right? There is a level of success that is under the uber successful. You know, the people that have become so successful that they can no longer hide their success from the rest of the country, the rest of the world, the rest of their friends. You know, those people, you know, your Elon Musk, your Bill Gates, your fucking random motherfucker who owns IKEA. Those guys, right? They are not what we're talking about here. That is the uber successful, you know, the people that have carved their fucking initials into the tree of life. You know, like, That's a great metaphor. Somebody write that down. But we're talking about the people who are successful generally. I'm not saying there aren't exceptions, but the people who are going to live very comfortably, and yeah, they're not $50 billion net worth, but they're getting by. You wouldn't know. Okay, those people don't bark. All right, they just don't. I have been across the table from people who honestly are worth more than my life. like I know that sounds ridiculous, and I am using a bit of hyperbole there, but they own just the difference, but in success between me and them is heaven and earth. All right, I've met these people, you know, and as I say, you've got to have every opportunity to learn from these people, and their number one thing as well is to just take consistent action. And it's something that consistent action over a long period of time will get you so many places. It'll get you where you want in fitness, it'll get you the body you want, it'll get you the job you want, might even get you the girl you want. Like, seriously, it applies to so many things in life. You know what doesn't apply to so many things in life? Calling yourself shit and running your mouth. Like, it's just such bullshit. Like, I can't stand it. If I see one more 19-year-old entrepreneur in my fucking social media newsfeed, I'll lose my mind. I will. It's ridiculous. Like, and I don't even like speaking like this because it's been done to death by the very people that I am currently bashing, but hustle silently. Yeah? Like, do your business, push as hard as you possibly can, and shut the fuck up. Like, unless what you are saying is going to be helpful, genuinely helpful, not like, oh, I'm being so helpful to everybody because I'm an entrepreneur and a public figure. Unless it's actually going to help somebody, shut up. Like, that's just how it has to be. You know, you don't, running your mouth is just not the way to do it. Like, there are going to be obvious exceptions. You know, some people find they have a gift with the personality aspect, or they become like a semi-meme kind of like deal and they get their fame, but that's not the general population. All right, but I don't agree that everyone is born with a preset sort of success limit, how much they can accomplish. No, it's just what you choose to do. You know, the fucking two-tooth trailer park trash person that came to mind when I just described that to you, so I'm not going to name anyone, you just thought of them yourself. That person chose to be there. Yeah, their decisions may have been forced by certain situations, but there were choices made. There were. Yeah, it might have been really difficult to make different choices, but it was a choice. And I'm not saying that people aren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. That totally fucking happens. You just get a small loan of $1 million from your father, and you know, that makes things a lot easier. But everything is choices. Everything is actual action, not just talking about action. You know, you can only get so far on bullshit alone before eventually people are like, okay, yeah, no, absolutely, we totally agree, now show us. And then you've got nothing. You've got nothing to show for it. And I just think that's so important. Like, the younger generation just wants to tell people how motivated they are without actually doing anything. And I see that all the time. I interview a lot of dentists, like a lot. And I interview people for positions, and I hear them talk, and I look at them, I sit across from them in the same room, and you know, some of these people much older than me as well, so I'm not just singling out the younger generation, but all they are is a bunch of words. You know, I'm like, well, yeah, okay, excellent. Let's see your practical. Let's see, you know, let's see you put that into action, and they fall to pieces. You know, focus on what you're doing, master whatever the fuck it is you want to do, and the reward will come. If you want the reward right now and you don't want to put in any work, there are certain ways to mimic situations like that, but it always falls apart. The balloon always pops, the bubble always bursts. So my message here, and this small rant, just because this annoys the fuck out of me, is whatever it is that you're doing, rather than saying, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I've got all these plans. 2018 is my year. Hustle, loyalty, all that sort of shit. Shh, 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 shh. Shut the fuck up. Head down, ass up, work. Actually put your mind to something and do it. That's how you get anywhere in life with anything. And that's so fucking basic that a fucking child could tell you that, all right, who has just learned the basics at school. Yet somewhere in between 12 and 19, people seem to get all fucked up in their head these days and forget that. That's all I had to say. I'm off to a late session at the gym because I've just finished my 11-hour day at work, and that's what real working for it looks like.